The Indian caste system originated around 1500 BC and in today's world is often thought of as outdated by outsiders. While the legality of the caste system in everyday life has diminished, society fails to acknowledge the fact that there still remains vestiges of the hierarchical structure in certain characteristics of modern Indian society.
Within real-life interactions, like job interviews and common conversation, there's not as much blatant mention of the caste levels, but in politics and marriages, the remnants of the caste system becomes much more apparent. When Narendra Modi, India's current prime minister, was elected, one of the most popular Google searches was for Modi's caste.
Intercaste marriages do occur, but with much less frequency than one would expect, given that, ideally, the caste system's influence should not have kept its hold in India. Those families who are not opposed to intercaste marriage are considered extremely socially liberal.
The caste system is set up in a hierarchical structure with 4 different levels and one outcast group. The last group isn't part of the system, but was still prevalent in 1500 BC society and in today's society as well. The highest level of the caste system are the Brahmins. So this group is the priests and teachers and seers of knowledge and the learned group. So they are inherently of greater ritual purity than members of other castes, and they alone are capable of performing certain vital religious tasks. In our society today, they would correspond to the philosophers, religious leaders, and teachers. The level below them, the Kshatriyas. The Kshatriyas are the warriors and rulers, essentially the protectors of society. The warriors and rulers would contact the Brahmins in case they needed religious functions to be performed or any knowledge which they needed to acquire. So in our society today, the Kshatriyas would be the politicians, police, and military, the protectors. Below the Kshatriyas are the Vaishyas. The Vaishyas are the farmers, the traders, the merchants, and the artisans. This group is the group which has the skillful producers of material things, as in our society today, they would be the merchants. And the lowest group of the caste, the Shudras. The Shudras are the laborers, the followers or the maintenance people, and they're the so-called menial workers or hard laborers. Below all of these 4 levels, which comprise and together form the caste system, below those are the untouchables, the Dalits. They're lower than the lowest level, and that's because they're the outcast group. So they're not considered part of the caste system, but they still were an identified group in society. But they were the street sweepers and latrine cleaners of the time. So research has found that as you go lower, the skin color darkens. So as you go lower and lower beneath the caste, and the untouchables as the outcast having the darkest skin color, technically the majority of the lower caste should have darker skin, while the minority of the upper caste should have the darker skin. So this brings in that idea of colorism within the caste system.
Nowadays, the traditional rigid caste structure is less enforced, but society has kept the idea alive through different mediums throughout the years. Language romanticizes the different generalizations and ideas of the caste system and disguises itself to remain as a major part of India's changing society. In our FOA presentation, we will investigate how language has preserved the fundamental ideas of the caste system throughout time.